Welcome to ChessStrategiesBlog.com. Today's video is going to be about chess notation, how to read and record a chess game. We'll have 3 videos on this subject, so be sure to look for those. Let's get started with the first part. The first thing that you need to know about chess notation is that each square on the chessboard has a name. As you can see, I've got letters along the bottom and top of this diagram and numbers along the sides. Each file, each vertical row, and we call those files in chess, each file has a letter designation. This is the A file, this the B file, the C file, and so on. And each horizontal row, we call those ranks, is given a number designation. This rank where the white chess pieces are is the first rank. Where the white pawns are is the second. Where the black pawns are is the 7th. And the black pieces are on the 8th rank. Each square on the chessboard is an intersection of the files and ranks. So this square near the middle of the board is an intersection of the D file and the 4th rank. The name of that square is D4. This square in the lower left-hand corner is A1. A couple of things. First of all, the names of the square is given with the letter first and then the number A1, D4, F6, and so on. And also the names of the squares, the letters for the names of the squares are lowercase letters, lowercase a, lowercase b, and so on. The reason for that is that the pieces are designated by letters as well, and those are uppercase letters. While we're on that subject, we might as well mention that the pieces each have a letter to represent them in chess notation. The rook is R, the knight is N. That's so as not to confuse it with the king, which is a K. The bishop is B, and again these are all uppercase letters. The queen is a Q. The pawn is not normally designated by a letter. In the chess notation that you will read in books and magazines, or that you will use to record your own games, pawns are not normally referred to except by the square where the pawn is moving to. So let's take a look at how the pawn moves are recorded. Here is the starting position with 2 pawn moves, one by each side having been made. White has moved the pawn in front of his king from E2 to E4. Again, the intersection of the file and rank names the square. This is the E file. Second rank, so this square is E2. And the pawn moved forward to the E file in the 4th rank, so the name of that square is E4. The way to record that move is simply to write E4. By the way, each move is numbered. I should say each move pair, because the first move, move number 1, consists of white's first move and black's first move. So this move from E2 to E4 would be written 1 with a period, and then the notation for the move. So this would be 1, E4. And black's move is the move of the pawn in front of his queen from D7 to D5, and that move is noted as simply D5. Well, we've looked at how the pawn moves are noted. Let's look at how the notation works for moving of the other pieces. We have this position, and a few more moves have been made. White has moved his pawn from D2 to D4, and that would be noted simply as 2 D4, 2 because it was his second move. And then black moved knight to F6. This square is named F6 for the intersection of the F file and the 6th rank. And that move is simply written NF6. White then, for his third move, moved bishop to B5. that move would simply be written 3 B B5. The first B is uppercase to represent the bishop. The second B is lowercase to represent that it's naming the square. Now this move gives check to the black king, and so at the end of that move it is customary to write the designation for check, that is a plus sign, after the move. So the full notation for this move would be 3 B B5 with a plus sign, which represents 3 bishop to B5 check. In part 1 we've covered how pawn moves and piece moves are recorded. In the next part we'll look at captures and resolving ambiguities, castling, and checkmate. Be sure to look for part 2 soon.